Hey, Dan Passarelli here. How are you feeling today? I am super excited. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk to you about unusual options activity. Just explain how a short squeeze develops, and most importantly, the whole reason we're all here, how you can profit from it. That sounds pretty darn great, doesn't it? Now, before we get started, I need to point out that options are not for everyone, and you should read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investorservices@theocc.com. Don't trade with money that you are not prepared to lose. And we're providing today generalized information, not specific to your situation. All right. I would like to make sure that you can hear me so that I can see your questions. You can find the questions box so that you can participate and get the most out of this as possible. So please, right now, go to that questions box and share with me on a scale of 1 to 10, how close are you to being the best trader that you can be? Ready, go. Hit that questions box on a scale of 1 to 10. How close are you to being the best trader that you can be? Hit that questions box for me, will you please, right now? Please. I'm asking you here. All right. Coming through loud and clear. Yeah, all right, Robert. Nice. Steven says 5. Robert says 2. Jane says 6. Daniel says 3. Gwen says 4. Gigi says 4. Frank says 5. Doc says 6. Marcus says 7. Ajit says 9. Frenchie says 7. Bill says 5. Brett says 2. Okay, man, we're kind of all over the board here. That's awesome. And you know what I really love? Sure, the people who said 2, you have a long way to go, and you're here because you don't want to get stuck. You want to move forward. And you know what else I love? The people who said 7 and 8, you're here too because you want to get to that next level. You really want to make this happen. You're excited. I'm excited. I love it. Now, I want to tell you a story. There's still some people logging in here. Let me share this quick story with you. I was just thinking about it. It's a trading floor story. So when I was on the trading floor, it's an 8-hour day, just like any other job, I guess, in that regard. And so for lunch, sometimes me and some of the other traders that I traded with, we would go up to the cafeteria at the exchange. And, we'd sit down, maybe order food in or something, and we'd sit and we'd talk and we'd eat lunch. And there's this one day where we're sitting there and, we're watching this one guy and he's just kind of acting kind of weird. He's like walking around this table, kind of looking around like this. What is this dude doing, man? What is he doing? And so, so then all of a sudden he realizes nobody's looking. He thinks nobody's looking. We're looking. We can see him. And he sits down at the table and there's a half-eaten lunch there. There's I think it was a pizza, right? And he picks up a piece of this half-eaten pizza and starts eating it. Now, he does this every day, we notice. And then after a while, there's another trader, this female trader, walking around and doing the same thing with them. So we gave them the nickname Scraps and Mrs. Scraps. It was the craziest darn thing. These are traders. They're professional traders, serious people running a business. And I mean, that's back when to lease a seat on the trading floor to trade was literally $14,000 a month, right? Seriously, no joke. The costs we had for access to the trading floor and all the other things that it took to run our business so we could make, make pretty darn good money, right? But I mean, it's crazy. They're eating pizza crust left by someone else. I don't know. I was thinking about that story. I thought it was funny. I figured I'd share it. All right. This is my promise to you. I'm going to share with you how you can spot huge moves before they happen so that you can participate in the biggest trades in the market, no matter what the market's doing, using my proprietary market scan to see when this trade is happening live, real time. And at the end of this presentation, I will share how you can take the next step so that you can start getting immediate results. Is that a fair deal? Yes, hit that questions box. Are you liking this? That sounds like a pretty darn square deal to me, I think, right? What say you? Hit that questions box. Are you liking this? Is that a good deal? Jane says yes. Quentin says yes. Marcus says yes. Audrey says yes. Tommy says yes. Man, yeah, I love it, man. I love it. Daniel says yeah. All right. Steven says yes. Dan says yes. William says absolutely. Okay, William. Gwen says yes. All right. Now, in order for you to get the most out of this, I ask that throughout this presentation, and afterwards for that matter, make this about you. Consider turning off your cell phone, close Facebook, close the door of the room you're in, and let yourself get immersed in what I am about to share. Let it become part of you. Just let it in, okay? And be sure to stay until the end of the presentation. The most important things that I will share come later. And to keep the focus, I'm going to hold all questions. If you have a question, write it down. I will get to it later. All right. This is a pictorial representation of who I do, who I am, and some of the organizations that I've worked with. I've traded for years down on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I wrote 2 of the most popular books on option trading. I've worked with every major options broker in the US and abroad as well. Pretty much all the options exchanges in the world also. And I get to be on TV a lot. But this is also a slide of who I am and what I do. And hey, man, these are the important things, right? Most important thing to me is my family. One of the things we like to do together is travel. We enjoy new cities, nature, learning about new cultures. We enjoy food and wine. We've been all over the world together. We're also a musical family. We enjoy listening to and even playing music together as well. These are the things that are important to me, and trading helps me be able to do them. But now let's talk about the important person here. Let's talk about you. I asked you before to think about your success level as a trader. Now, I know some of you are just starting out, and some are already doing pretty well, and some of you have been struggling for a while. Whatever your success level is now, you believe you can always do better, right? And maybe that means having a little more freedom to take some time off and, play golf or whatever. Or because of the travel innovations and freedom we have today, like Airbnb, you can spend that $2,500 because you have that extra disposable income from the market. You can actually take that 5-day vacation to a dream beach home with the love of your life without having the responsibility of carrying that $10,000 mortgage, right? Now, listen, here at Market Taker, I will never preach about how trading can get you that brand new Ferrari, right? Because that's just not us. But what if you could learn a life skill, trading, that allowed you to be able to go and, buy like a fun Mustang convertible or something to enjoy on the weekends, or quick trips to the supermarket for that one item your incredible wife or husband forgot for dinner and they're halfway through cooking already. Or maybe just to give more to your family members, or to put your kids or grandkids through college. Like, all this stuff is possible, isn't it? Now let's jump in here and focus our attention on short squeezes. In order to understand what a short squeeze is, first we have to understand what short selling a stock is. Here is a crash course. Short selling, or just simply shorting, is when a trader borrows shares of a stock and then sells them to someone else. Short sellers make money by buying the shares back later at a lower price than they sold them. Simple, right? Short sellers make money when the stock falls, but there are risks. If the stock rises, well, traders lose. Stock prices theoretically have no upward limit. They can go up to infinity. So shorting is by nature a very leveraged trade. When you buy a stock, you pay the amount it costs to buy it, right? Or you can buy it on margin, borrowing up to half the value of the stock. But when you short a stock, you don't pay for it, right? You're selling it. In fact, you get money put into your account. You just have to post a small amount of margin. It's a highly leveraged position with unlimited loss potential. So this brings us to short squeezes. A short squeeze is when a lot of the outstanding shares of the company are shorted. Now, this could be all mostly by one trader, or it could be by a few traders, like a few institutional traders. And as the stock rallies higher, these professional traders who are shorted and are losing money, they don't just sit there and say, oh, ho hum, well, I hope it comes back down. No, they have investors to answer to. They have to cut their losses short. They call this short covering or just covering. So what happens is they buy the stock back at that higher price. And remember, like they're short a lot of shares, right? They were going to make a lot of money if it goes down, but it's going up. So they buy the stock back at this higher price to keep their losses low. And all that buying pressure, it just drives the stock higher. And other traders who trade momentum, they see the stock rising, and so they buy, which drives the price still higher. And then any of the short sellers that didn't buy to cover, well, they're really forced to buy, and the stock drives still higher. It creates this huge cycle of buying activity. It's a huge amount of buying pressure that can, in some cases, really skyrocket the stock price. Is trading short squeezes something that you think you could see yourself trading? If it is, I want you to type the word in, I-N. Type the word in the questions box right now if trading short squeezes is something that you could see yourself trading. Type that word in right now. William says in. Quentin says in. Marcus says in. Tommy says in. Audrey says in. Ajit says in. Daniel says in. Jane says in. Nidal, I hope I said that right, says in. All right. Robert says in. Gwen says in. Stephen says in. Mate says in. All right. So short squeezes, they've been around for decades, like a century probably, I don't know. But they've gotten very popular the last few years when GameStop had just a massive, massive short squeeze. So GameStop was heavily shorted at the time, and everyone thought that they were going out of business. There were memes made about how it was a miracle that the company was even still around. The company, they were basically a joke. In late January of 2021, GameStop had a huge short squeeze, massive move in the stock. So many other short squeezes followed after that. So GME, GameStop, went from $19 to $483 in about a week. Can you imagine the amount of money a trader could have made? Now consider how much money a trader could have made by trading the more leveraged and limited risk call options, right? Well, the answer is literally thousands of percent. And this kind of thing still goes on, by the way, regularly. So what is possible trading short squeezes? Well, first of all, highly leveraged profits resulting from huge up moves in the stock. They happen often, and they're very easy to manage the risk of these trades. So let's take a look at what this looks like in real life. So this was in Marathon. On November 21st, a trader could have bought the November 22nd 24.5 strike calls at 75 cents and sold them the very next day at $1.51 for 101.3% profit. Let's make this a little bit more tangible. Buying just 5 contracts, a trader could have invested just $375 in this trade and made a profit of $380. That's a nice 101.3% just 2 days, isn't it? A bigger trader, though, could have bought a 10 lot, and that trader could have made $760 in an overnight. Bigger traders who trade 20 lots could have made $1,520 on this trade. All right, here's another. So here in Love, on November 21st, the trader could have bought the January 17th 40 calls at $1.90 and sold them 4 days later at $3.30 for a 73.7% profit. So let's make that more tangible. A trader could have invested $950 by buying 5 contracts and could have made a profit of $700 on that, or a nice 73.7% in just 4 days. 10 lot traders could have made $1,400, and bigger traders, that's $2,800 on a 20 lot. All right. These trades, they're great for traders of all experience levels and all account sizes. In Soundhound, S-O-U-N, a trader could have bought the November 29th 8 strike calls at just 13 cents, and 8 calendar days later could have sold them at $1.29 for an 892% profit. Now, note, that's 13 cents on this trade. 13 cents of option premium, that's investing $13 of actual money per contract. So on a 5 lot, that would have been just a $65 investment, and a trader could have walked away with a $580 profit. On a 10 lot, still a tiny investment, $130, and a trader would have been profitable $1,160. On a 20 lot, a trader could have added $2,320 to his or her account. Now, in fact, because the investment per contract is so small, bigger traders, and not really even that much bigger traders, could have easily traded, say, like a 50 lot, investing just $650, and could have walked away with a $5,800 winner. But the problem is timing. When I first became aware of this trade, the stock was already here. The July 35 calls were offered at $2.58. But the problem is, throughout the day, the stock didn't rally anymore. And at the end of the day, the calls could have been sold at $2.52. So on a 1 lot, that's $6 loser. On a 5 lot, that's a $30 loser. 10 lot traders would have lost $60, and so on and so on. Now, like I said before, there's a lot of these short squeeze trading, right? There are tons. We literally see short squeeze trade candidates every single day, and they can be a very key part of your trading toolbox now and going forward for your entire trading career. So this is Upstart UPST. On October 10th, a trader could have bought the October 11th 46 calls at 22 cents and sold them the next day at 91 cents for a 313.6% profit. So on a 5-lot, a trader could have invested a little over 110 bucks and had a profit of 345 bucks. 10-lot traders, that's $690. 20-lot traders, that's $1,380. But there's a problem. Yeah, I know. There's always a problem, right? But hear me out. Notice that, like, on some of those charts, and like if you look how they play out afterwards, a lot of times when the stock peaks, it collapses right back down, maybe the next day, maybe the day after. If you get in too late trying to get the remaining scraps, you might end up being what's known as a bag holder and buying at the top, and you could actually end up losing pretty big on these trades. But I have a solution, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something that I typically don't do on these complimentary online trainings that I give. I'm going to literally show you exactly what I do to find these candidates. Every single step in detail. How's that sound? Does it sound pretty good? Hit that questions box. Give me a yes. Does that sound pretty darn good? I think it sounds pretty good, right? Show you exactly every single step that I take. All right. Michael says yes. Quentin says yes. Jane says yes. Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. So look, the first thing we're going to do is identify stocks with high short interest. We're going to cross-check against the company's profitability. We're going to look for unusual activity, which is a high volume of out-of-the-money calls, and all that coinciding with the stock rising from a base. Now, let's break this down. Like I said, first, we find stocks with high short interest. And if you haven't been, starting right now, you should be writing this down, by the way, okay? Short interest, which is the percentage of shares that are short, is made available to us, to the public. And you can get this information from a lot of sources. There are tons of websites out there. Just Google it. You'll find them. It doesn't really matter where you get the information, but this data is only updated every 3 weeks. The reality is this information can change in an instant. Just by having the public list, in some ways, you'll always be late, always. So we need to read into it other factors that can help us extrapolate more current candidates. So I use things like free float on loan, cost to borrow, on loan utilization, and some other data points. Again, I hope you're writing this down. Now, what we're looking for are stocks that have 15% or more of the company's tradable shares being shorted right now. We're creating a basket of candidates, and it's a big basket. There's a lot of them, too many to monitor. So we need to whittle the list down and automate this as much as possible, or else we will miss opportunities, or worse yet, end up a bag holder, right? So here's what we do next. We cross-check our list against how profitable each company is. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. This is very time-consuming. This needs to be done manually. It is a cross-check. Each time a stock gets added to your basket, you then have to run this cross-check on each and every one of them. It's a lot, but generally, we look to see that the company is making money. And there's a number of ways to do this. Some things that I look at are the PE ratio, the forward PE ratio. I'll look at the cash flow and their financial statements. And if you're not familiar with how to do some of these things, don't worry, it's easy. And later, I'll show you a super easy way to get all this delivered to you real time. Now, also, this data, because it's earnings, this data changes quarterly when the next earnings data are announced. That means you don't just do this manual work once, you do it over and over and over again. You do it the first time when the stock's added to your basket, and you do it at least 4 more times throughout the next year. Next, we look for what is referred to as unusual activity. We're looking for big trades that happen that are out of the ordinary, that indicate what other traders are doing in the market and see if we should follow along. So this is the trickiest part of all of this. So many people oversimplify this part and they get frustrated because they can't make it work. We're looking for very specific data. Most amateur traders, they only look at volume, but we have to take it even farther. In addition to volume, the trade must be an opening transaction, because we could see 1,000 calls trade, but that could be somebody who bought them last week and the stock went up and now he's closing them to take a profit. They also need to be only buying transactions. If somebody, owns 1 million shares of the stock, some hedge fund, and they're selling calls to create a covered call, well, that means they think the stock is not going to go up. So we only want to see when people are buying these calls. Speaking of which, they can only be outright transactions, which means not part of a spread. If we see 1,000 of these calls trade, but then there's also 1,000 puts that trade, well, that's a straddle. That just means they think the stock's going to move all over. We could make or lose. We could lose a bunch of money that way. So they have to be outright, only buying the calls, not part of a spread. And we prefer what is called sweeps. A sweep is when someone really thinks that there's a pretty imminent trade about to happen, and they go in and they just buy on the offer, and they trade them on a whole bunch of different exchanges. And look, these trades pop in an instant. And you know when it really tends to happen? It happens when you're not looking at it. There are around 6,000, as far as optionable stocks, there are around 4,400 stocks that have options listed on them, options data published. That means that your chance of seeing one of these right at the moment the short squeeze starts is about 1 in 4,400. Now, the fourth thing is that all this coincides with the stock rising from a base. Now, you can see the base here. Oops, you can see the base here. This is right before the squeeze here. And you see how it played out just over a couple of days. It starts here with this green bar, right, or this green candle. And so, you have a little bit of time to get in. Now, the next day has a huge move. We want to see the call buying activity at the same time the stock is just starting to rise. That timing is the power to make this work. So there's another problem, as you can see. There's a few problems, actually. These moves, they're basically tipped off by other traders. If you know what to look for, they let you know when to get in. And you have to get in before the move, or before most of the move. When the stock just starts rising, there's the sweet spot. And when the unusual activity starts. Now, on a short squeeze candidate that may have just gotten shorted, but is not on the public list yet. Now, there's some real value, right? Only if the company is profitable are we going to do this. So it's a confluence of like all these things. So the first thing about trading a short squeeze is that the last person to buy is left holding the bag, right? You've seen some of these charts. There are spikes in the stock, they shoot up, and the next day they're right back down. If you don't have the timing right, it'll never work out. But if you could be alerted at the time the squeeze is just starting, holy cow, how powerful would that be? Very powerful, right? Because you can't do all the analysis yourself. I have tried. It's impossible. With all of the short squeeze candidates out there, You would have to be in front of your computer all day long to spot one, and then cross-check all the trade criteria manually to see if it's a real signal or a false signal. You literally could not monitor them all as a human being real time. It's just not possible. You would need an alert. So over the past couple of years, I've worked with one of the world's greatest tech teams on developing a solution. Options Rater alerts are here. Every day you'll get real-time alerts when traders are buying a large volume of those calls to open new positions that initiates a short squeeze. You will be the first to spot huge moves before they happen so that you can participate in the biggest trades in the market using my proprietary signals to see exactly when the trade is happening real time. And it is all extremely simple. Now, this is not for everybody. Let's talk about who this is not for. Just to be clear, this is not for people who are looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. Like it's not that kind of strategy. This is about having a system that drives consistent overall results. And this is not for people who love spending hours and hours going through thousands and thousands of charts to hopefully, fingers crossed, find a halfway decent trade. This is designed to save you time. Your time is valuable. These trades can literally be made in a couple of minutes, not hours and hours to search for all this information, because all the information just pops up in a browser window. And obviously, this is not for wishy-washy procrastinators, overthinkers, people who see a good investment but can't make a decision to save their lives. Well, they don't make good traders. And I know that that's not you, because you've invested the time in being here tonight, today. Because let me tell you who this is for. This is for you. If you're willing, if you want your trading to be easier and less time consuming, this is for you. If either you're new to options and you want a simple, easy to follow system, or even if you're experienced and you want to simplify your trading and enjoy some occasional huge winners, this is for you. If you can follow a few simple steps. And you know what? This is for you if you are willing to invest in yourself. And you've already invested your time in yourself today. You now have a new opportunity to participate in the biggest moves in the market, to get real-time alerts that you couldn't find on your own with enough time to get in on the trade. We've created a simple, complete system that anyone can follow. We manually scan the market and update the basket of high candidate stocks real time for you. We scan the internet for the top stocks most likely to experience a short squeeze and cross-reference them against profitability and 7 other proprietary trade criteria to maximize your chances of catching that early signal. Then you've password protected access to a real-time trade signals that are sent directly from the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I pulled some strings for you. I have negotiated a contract with the Chicago Board Options Exchange for you to get professional trade data that you cannot get from any other source. I repeat, you cannot get this from any other source, literally. I, as a professional in this field, I pay for the data. And not only is it expensive, it's like $7,000 a month for professionals, but it's not even available to non-professionals at any price. Until now. And the best part is, it's all legal. When you sign up as yourself, a non-professional trader, and get access to these professional trader signals through this deal that I made with the exchange on your behalf. This is what Thomas S. said about Options Rater. Dan Passarelli has done it again. He's worked to deal with the CBOE to provide the retail options trader with Options Rater, which is like nothing else I've seen offered to the average trader online. I feel like I have an advantage that most retail traders don't, and I do. data being fed directly to my computer straight from the CBOE, which is incredibly awesome. This is exactly the information that I was looking for. The information that gives you the signals that a short squeeze is about to happen and enables me to take part in the incredible gains that come. These are some more examples of the trades, both entries and exits, that could be identified by the options rater scanner. A trader could have bought the, down here, a trader could have bought the AI October 18th, 26 calls at 47 cents, and 2 days later sold them at $1.65 for a 251% profit. So, for example, on 5 contracts, that'd be a $590 profit. A 10 lot would be a $1,180 profit. In a sun run, this one up here, in sun run, symbol RUN, a trader could have bought the 11.5 strike calls at 19 cents and could have closed the trade, actually this one, the very same day at 55 cents for 189% profit. Geez Louise. On a 5 lot, it's 180 bucks, or double that on 10 contracts, right? Oh, this one here in JOBY, this was on October 2nd, 2024. Could have bought the October 11th 7 calls at a dime and sold them later the same day at 20 cents, just basically double your money. Very same day, just like in run. So I want to invite you to join us and start using the options rater system right away. So here's what's going to happen. First, you're going to get the options rater scanner. So every day you'll get real-time alerts of big call buying trades that are happening that can trigger the next huge short squeeze. This simple scanner reaches the entire list of potential stock candidates for the setup and makes it possible to find trades that you would literally never have access to without it. This is my easy to use alert system. It helps you identify short squeezes based on options activity, so you never have to second guess yourself again in the market. But I want to make sure that this works for every single person in this training. I want to make sure that this works for you. So I am going to give you a handful of key support bonuses to make sure that you have everything you need to make it work. For you to profit with the options rater system, I need you to know how it works. So I created a video training course that shows you step by step exactly how and why the options rater system works. It shows you how to set up the trades, the filters and cross scans to optimize the strategy, and of course, the profit targets and the trade management. So what that means is first you're going to get the trade triggers, the options rater trade triggers, and then you're going to get the options rater accelerator video course just to get you up and running right away. Now, what I really want is for you to make as much money as possible trading options rater. And I imagine you do too, right? So every day we are going to rank the top options rater trades and list them out and give you our top picks so that you can see what we think are the best of the best. This is the options rater weekly watch list, and it's a $1,200 value. Now, plus our head coach, John, formerly with Goldman Sachs, will also add a bonus trade every day from his daily group coaching class. Those are the ones, down here in gold, so that you can diversify your trading and get all of the top trades of the day by just clicking one simple link to access your curated watch list. So what this means is first you're going to get the trade triggers. You're going to get up and running fast with the accelerator videos. And we're going to tell you what the best of those trades are. If you get, 20 signals, we're going to tell you which ones are the best. Do you mind if I over deliver? The bottom line is we know it can work for you because we're going to make sure that you have all the training you need to make it work. Look, You wouldn't perform surgery on someone if you didn't know what you're doing, right? I wouldn't let you perform surgery on me if you didn't have any training. So as soon as you get this powerful tool in your hands, you'll also get access to the archive of the Options Raider Bootcamp video. You are going to get the video of a full day's training course to watch at your leisure on every single aspect of trading short squeezes using Options Raider to maximize your chances of success. In the bootcamp, I'll share how short interest data works and caveats to watch out for, how to read the options data to identify high probability short squeeze candidates, the up till now secret proprietary criteria that I use in our system, and how to maximize your profits on the exits to make bank on the trades that skyrocket. And you know what? Basically just how to make all this really simple. So what that means is you're going to get the trade triggers. The trades are just going to pop up on your screen. You're going to get the accelerator videos. We're going to show you which ones are the best of the best. And you're going to have this mastered with the Options Raider Bootcamp video. Because you know what? Options Raider works on all platforms. Open a simple browser window to deliver your trade triggers live real time. There's no special software. Trade on any platform you want, any trading platform you want. By now, you can see why the Options Raider trading system is a steal even at $10,200. If all this did for you was identify trades that had a profit of, 101.3% or, 784% or 520%, the question you need to ask yourself is, would it be worth it? Yes, but you're not going to pay $10,200 today because you have made the investment of being here on this training. And I mean, you took action today. You are an action taker. You're the elite. You're better than millions of other traders out there, millions. And I want you to have the results that you deserve. Get started today for a small, easy investment of only $597, but you have to be one of the first 23 new members right now, and you have to take massive action by going to markettaker.com/now. 1, 2, 3, boom, go. That's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row, markettaker.com/now. Now, here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. Once you go to markettaker.com/now, here is what you should be seeing right now. Because I was not kidding. These trades literally come directly from the CBOE. So as soon as you go to markettaker.com/now, you're first going to be taken to the CBOE subscriber agreement from the exchange. Now, again, that's because of the deal that I worked out with the exchange so that I pay for the data. And because you're a non-professional, only through me can you get this data. So they require everyone to complete this form first, and then you go on to the order form and complete it. Please use the same email on this form as you do on the order form, okay? Just to recap, one more time, when you open your browser and go to markettaker.com/now and sign up today, you're going to get access to the Options Raider alerts that are going to just pop up on your screen and identify the highest probability short squeeze trades in real time. In fact, literally down to the millisecond. On top of that, when you're one of the first 23, you're going to get it at $597. And you're going to get all these bonuses. You're going to get access to the Options Raider Accelerator video course to get you up and running right away with this. You're going to get our top picks, the ones that we know are the best in the weekly watch list. All you do is click a link and there they are. And you are going to get access to the Options Raider Bootcamp video. So you will literally have this completely mastered. You will be able to optimize your results because this way you'll be able to take this powerful tool and maximize your success with it. You'll literally have everything you need to select the optimal trades every time. But you have to take action and be one of the first 23 members today. Now, there's one more sort of secret bonus that is not on those slides. Now, I've been talking about this with some people. We have got what we call the MTM community chat room. Look, trading can be a lonely, lonely game. In order for you to be successful with this, I need to put you in a community of traders that are going through the same struggles as you. And some of them have now become really, really successful with this. So you can share trade ideas. You can get, share thoughts, advice. Where are you getting out of this trade? This is so valuable. This is a $297 value for the quarter. And today you are going to get it free when you go to markettaker.com/now. Okay, now, I've been talking for about 50 minutes. So I'm going to take a quick 15-second break, get a drink of water here, and I'm going to check with my team to see how many of those bonus spots are still available. And then I'm going to be right back to answer your questions before we end this training. If you're in the process of completing the online enrollment form, please finish that up now so that we can get you in the count. All right? So give me 15 seconds. I'm going to grab a drink of water. I'm going to type a message here. Hold on. All right, folks. I've just been told we have 11 more bonus spots left. Over half of them are gone. Wow, which was really, really fast. That's like a record. If you want to claim one of those last bonus spots today, open up your browser and go to markettaker.com/now or click the link that I just put in the chat box and let's do it. Let's make this happen right now. Now, before I answer questions, there's one question. Oh, actually, hey, you know what? Why don't I welcome some of the new folks that just joined us? Welcome and congratulations to Tommy from Fremont, California. Welcome, congratulations. Nice. Our first options raider of the day. Welcome and congratulations to Audrey from Twin Falls, Minnesota. All right. Welcome and congratulations, Audrey. Welcome and congratulations to Jane from Indianapolis, Indiana, the capital, I believe, right? Nice job, Jane. Nice job stepping up, investing in yourself, and really making this happen. Welcome and congratulations to Quentin from Lockport, Illinois. Holy cow, that's right down the street from me. Welcome and congratulations, Quentin. Good job stepping up, investing in yourself today. Welcome and congratulations to Marcus. Marcus, I don't have Marcus's city and states, and I was waiting for one of these to come in, and that's because of the way Marcus signed up, which leads me to the first question that I commonly get. Sometimes people will say, Dan, this is exactly what I want. I can make these trades for like 65 bucks, make 500 bucks. This is exactly what I have been looking for. But the problem is, I can't come up with the 597 bucks. Is there a way I can finance this? And that answer is yes. You can use PayPal and just choose PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit so that you can lock in Options Raider today when you check out using PayPal. All you got to do is click PayPal credit. Just go to markettaker.com/now, click the PayPal button on that page, and get started right now. Now, if you have any questions, about the options rater system. I want you to type those in the questions box right now. I'm going to answer those in a minute. But first, let me answer some of the frequently asked questions. Question number one, frequently asked. What if I can't install the software properly? Well, there's no software. There's literally nothing to install. If you can like open up a browser window, like go to google.com, you can get on here. Actually, all you have to do is check your email and click a link. The window just pops up. There's nothing to install. It's totally simple. The triggers display on the browser window live real time. People ask, is this time consuming? No. Look, I know you're busy. Many traders have busy schedules. I have designed Options Rater so you can literally trade this system with 60 seconds per trade. That's pretty amazing, right? Okay, what if I can't figure it out? You'll be able to. I made it super easy for you. You're going to get both short-term videos in the Accelerator course for reference, plus the all-day bootcamp video sharing everything you need to literally master these short squeezes. Plus, you have access to the chat room. You can just DM me or go in the Short Squeeze channel. It's a Slack room. There's a Short Squeeze channel where you can go and ask questions to me, our other head coaches, John, who does our group coaching class, or our other students. Did I cover all those? Yes. Now, let me take the rest of your questions. So Joanna asks, is there a way to ask questions about Options Rater after signing up? Yes, I just covered that. You'll be able to ask questions in the MTM Community Trader chat room. Okay. How many trades per day does Options Trader trigger? Does Options Rater trigger? It triggers, today there were about 14. And a lot of them were like there's about 9 of them that were all the same stock. And when we see that, those are more powerful trades. You know, when you see several of those all trade just different strikes, those are the ones that are a lot more powerful. But you know, on a slower day, we might see 3. On a busier day where it's a perfect day for short squeezes, you might see 20 of these. And then you're going to pick and choose the best ones for your situation. You know, if you have a small account, you might choose the lower valued ones, you know, 60 cents a contract or whatever. If you have a bigger account, you'll trade bigger. You know, you can scale it to any size account. How long do I hold these trades? Great question. These trades are designed to be held anywhere from later the same day to up to a week. Now, you don't necessarily have to close them the same day. You can close them the next day a lot of times. They're basically swing trades. Do I put in a GTC order when I put on the trade? Very great question. I like it. You're thinking about this. You're thinking about how do I lock in my profits? That's the important thing, right? So yes, once you put on the trade, then you're going to put in a good till cancel limit order to take your profits on there, and also an OCO to manage the risk. Very, very simple. We explain all that stuff in the videos, both the accelerator videos, and we go in greater depth in the bootcamp. Do I need to worry about assignment? Nope, never, because we're only doing options buying strategies. Do you take every trade that comes across the scanner? How do I know which are the good candidates? Great question. No, I do not take every trade that comes across the scanner. I take, you know, you'll take a certain percentage of them, okay? You go, like, the accelerator videos and the bootcamp video, they really help you get to know which ones are the better candidates and which ones aren't. But then, hey, if you have any questions, you just go into the Slack room, you go at Dan Pass, that's my handle on the Slack room, and just ask me. I'm there to help. So are the other students. Great questions. You guys are paying attention. We just had 5 new people join us. I think that takes us down to 6 spots open. I want you to take one of those last 6 spots. When is the boot camp? Good question, but it's already recorded. That's the best news. You can be watching that within the next 5 minutes. Here's a good question. Is this legal? Yes, this is legal and highly encouraged because you're just watching public market information, but you're getting it fast before other people are even able to see it because it just pops up literally to the millisecond. Like it shows the exact time that the trade happens, hour of the day, minute of the day, second of the day, 0.000 to the millisecond. This seems too easy. Why doesn't everyone do this? Everyone should do this. I'm glad they don't. I'm glad that it's just you and me, because it's super easy. But now you have the opportunity. So yeah, let's do it, man. We'll raid together. How do you know what's in the basket of stocks? Is that public? Here's the best part. You don't even have to know because we curate the basket. Our team spends probably about 5 hours every time we update the basket. And you don't have to do that work. You don't have to do that work. We do all of that in the background for you. You know what you do? You click the link in your email, the window pops up, and the trades just pop up when they happen. That's it. Super easy. Are the top picks updated at the same time every day? Yeah, just about the same time, just shortly after John's group coaching. How big does my account have to be in order to use this strategy? Very good question. Well, look, there was that one trade where it was an 11-cent call. 11 cents of option premium is $11 of money. If you had an account with $12 in it, you could participate in that trade. This is the perfect trading system for any size account. If you have a small account with $500 in it, what other types of trades can you make? Not a lot, but you can do this. And if you have an account with $500 in it, you don't like having $500 in it, right? You want more. You have to have a way to grow it, right? Well, this is your opportunity to take investments that are your size and to grow it at an exponential rate. Now, of course, if you have a bigger account, you can participate in all these trades as well. You just trade bigger size, and that means just bigger profits. Here's a great question. Is it $597 a month? I'm glad that you asked that. No, it's better than that. Like, look, with Option Trader, you've seen how you can make, you can make $600 in overnight, right? Potentially. Some of the trades I showed you did make that overnight, but this is not per month. This is per quarter. Yeah, this is per quarter. So you probably are wondering what happens after the first quarter. So look, like you, I also invest in myself. I will go online. I will watch a training like this where somebody shares this system of some sort. I don't attend option trading trainings like this. I do it for other things that I do. I do real estate. I do a lot of other things. So when I see something like this and see, man, this is massive value, I see the benefit, I'm ready to pay full price, but there's this huge discount. Here's what I figure. I figure, okay, this is a trial price. And after the first quarter, 3 months later, after I pay $597 today, have that investment for a full 3 months of trade triggers. After the first quarter, it probably goes up to regular price, right? And hey, man, you saw this system that would only be $1,000 a month. That's a great deal at that price. But I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that for you, and I don't believe in that for me. So when you go to markettaker.com/now today, right now, and you complete the CBOE subscriber agreement and you follow through to the order form and you get signed up and become our next options rater, after 3 months, we're going to send you an email 3 months minus 3 days that says, are you loving options rater? Are you making money from it? Is it great? Do you want to keep it? If not, we'll cancel you. But if you are making money, this is for you, and you want to keep it, you get to keep this $597 per quarter renewal rate for life. Now, when I say for life, you're not locked into any long-term contract. You can cancel anytime. You could do it just for 1 quarter, and if you only make $3,000 and say, oh, well, it's not enough. I thought I was going to make $10,000. Cancel. No questions asked. We send you the email to ask you if you want to cancel. So when only through this offer right now, when you go to markettaker.com/now and join us for just $597 for the first quarter, you get to keep this renewal for life. You get to lock in this quarterly rate. Great question. What if I buy it and need some hand holding? Is there a way to ask questions? Yes. And that's why I'm giving you the bonus of the MTM community chat room, of the Slack room, because you're going to have questions and I am going to be there for you. Next question. I'm just getting started. What else can I do to learn this strategy? If you watch the accelerator videos and the bootcamp video, you are going to know more about short squeeze trading than 99% of professional traders, literally. So everything that you need is here. After I enroll, when can I make my first trade? I want you to go through the accelerator videos, and then you'll know enough to make your first trade. I'd like you to watch the bootcamp video too, because the more you learn, the more you earn. And so I want you to be a master at this. I want you to be able to make as much as humanly possible with Options Raider. And that's why you get all this support education with it. Do you take payments? Yes. Go to markettaker.com/now and go to PayPal and just choose PayPal credit. Yep. Can I use these in my IRA account? Yep. If your broker allows option trading in the IRA, yes, you can do this. It's just buying calls. You guys are asking great questions. Prince, how often do these trades go against you? They do go against you. In fact, this is a unique strategy. It's kind of like, you ever hear of Nicholas Nassim Taleb? He had like a tails strategy. So these will go against you maybe more than half the time, but your losses are very, 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 very small, and your winners can be massive. So it's kind of like the Babe Ruth style of trading. Like at one time, Babe Ruth had more strikeouts, he had the most strikeouts in the league and the most home runs in the league. That's kind of what this is like. So you're going to try one out and, oh, nope, stopped out, fine. Try another one, up, stopped out, fine. Try another one and holy cow, look at that one. We just had one of those yesterday. Good question, Prince. Is there any trial period? Yes, this is the trial period. You can instead wait until next week and sign up at full price and pay for all of this a la carte. And it is for $10,000 a quarter. This is 100% worth it for that. I mean, it's only $3,000 a month. You've seen some of these Options Raider trades, right? So I fully stand, if you want to wait, I fully stand by $10,200 a quarter. That's a fantastic deal. But this one's better. And I want you to have this one. So join right now for $597 for a whole quarter to try it out. And best part is, if you like it, you get to keep that trial price. Such good questions. We've got, how many spots are left? Okay, somebody asked how many spots are left. Remember, we are taking 23 traders today. Okay, 23 traders. We've got 2 spots left. Go to markettaker.com/now right now. I want you to join us. I want you to do this right now. And I think you want to do this right now. And if you don't, that's okay. That's okay. It's not for everybody. I mean, this is for people who are looking for a strategy like this, where you can get very, very highly leveraged profit results. They're not all winners, but the ones that are winners can make, the ones that are winners can make up for 50 losers. Some of them. Do you have another strategy that can do that? I think not. And a strategy where you're using professional trader data that costs thousands of dollars a month, and I'm paying it for you. Yeah. You only through me can you even get this data. And it's yours for just $597 a quarter. That's less than $200 a month. Holy cow. Think it through yourself. Think it through in terms of any other investment. This is what I invest. Break it down to a month basis. This is what I invest on a month basis, less than $200. This is what I expect to make per month on this. And if that investment makes sense to you, then it's a no-brainer. Then you do this. And if that investment doesn't make sense to you, then that's okay too. Trade other things, I guess. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us today and grab one of those last 2 spots? What other questions can I answer right now? Yes, you should use the same email. Here, look. The first thing that you should be seeing, in fact, if I didn't see your enrollment go through yet, you should be seeing this page right now. This is the first thing you see. You complete this, but absolutely make sure to use the same email on both of them. On this page and the next enrollment page. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. Great questions. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join the rest of the folks who have just signed up and joined? What other questions can I answer? This is great. This is awesome. Let's see here. I just joined. Thanks, Dan. You are welcome, Sandy. Congratulations. Welcome. Great job. I saw your thing come through. Okay. Any other questions for me to answer? And right, this is not for everybody. This is for, this is for people who are looking for this kind of strategy. It's not a get rich quick thing. You don't just make one of these trades and retire. You make a lot of these trades over and over and over again, and do it. It's called option trader. Any final questions before we go? Can I try and do this on my own? Yes, absolutely. Here's what you can do. I literally showed you exactly how to do it. You can try it on your own. And when you learn that you can't actually identify these things in enough time, because there's 4,400 stocks out there that have options listed on them. got hundreds in the basket. There's not enough hours in a day to even get through each stock once, let alone that if it doesn't trigger this hour, it can trigger an hour later. Like, it's physically impossible. That's why I created this, because I wanted to trade short squeezes, and I tried to. I tried to figure it out on my own. I've been doing this 30 years, right? I've traded down on the CBOE trading floor. Like, I get it. I tried to do it on my own. I figured I could do it on my own. And I was like, oh, no, I missed that one. Oh, no, missed that one. All these other people, I was like, I hear people tell me, oh yeah, I had a 10 bagger. I made 600% on this one. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't see that one. I was looking at other ones. I was looking for them, but I couldn't find them. So I talked to my friends at the CBOE. They literally helped me program this. Like, we're talking the most knowledgeable people in options in the entire world helped me program this to get you up to the millisecond data on short squeezes that are happening right now. That is how powerful this is. What other final questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? Ron says, I'm in. All right. Yeah, and look, you want to talk about DIY? Let me tell you something. There's two things. There's time and money. Which is more valuable, right? A few years ago, my water softener broke. We have well water at our house. Our water softener broke. We have to use the water softener. And I was talking to my friend who said, hey, don't pay somebody to do that. I'll help you put one in. I said, oh, that sounds great. I can save a lot of money. So I ordered a water softener, came down, and it was way more complicated than we thought. You got to sweat copper, and all this stuff. And we put it in, but we put it in wrong. And the whole thing just broke. You heard this loud boom, and the water softener was trashed. I had to go and buy a whole brand new one, had that expense. Couldn't take it back and say, oh, it came that way. Had to go buy a whole brand new one. And then I had to pay somebody to put it in. There's some things that, unless you're an expert at it, it's way more expensive to do it yourself. And this is one of those things. Beth, what is up, Beth? Beth says, how soon is the intro email sent out? Oh, yeah. So for those of you who just joined us, please go and check your email, the email that you signed up with right now. If you don't see it, check your junk or spam folder, because it is sent out. I want to say there's like a 60-second delay or something like that. So yeah, Beth, check your junk or spam folder and let me know if it's in there. All right, just check it now and get back to me. And now, and I'll, if you got it, great. If not, go to plan B. Yeah, I'm glad to see that we had a good number of people take advantage of PayPal. That's great. What is the group coaching offer? Yeah, so there's a little, I gave you all these bonuses here, all these bonuses, but there's a little Easter egg, extra special bonus after you sign up that many of you took advantage of. It's that group coaching special. So that's with John Kamisic, who is our head coach, former Goldman Sachs guy, and he finds trades every single day. Some of them are options trader trades, some of them are other trades, and you're going to get basically hands-on training in group coaching. So yeah, but you don't have to do that. If you're looking for hands-on training, you want to kind of shadow a former Goldman Sachs guy, then add that on. And if not, that's cool. You're not seeing the email. Hold on a second. Let me make sure. Yeah, Beth, you were a PayPal person. I am going to message Kathleen and Bobby right now. So Beth, signed up in PayPal and did not get the welcome email. Okay, I don't know if which of them are in the office or not, but if they don't get to it tonight, they will get to it first thing in the morning. All right. Oop, I forgot to hit send. I'll make sure that happens. All right. Yeah, thanks, Beth, for asking. Everybody else who just joined us, you got your emails? Yes. If not, check your junk or spam folder. And that's it. All right. Congratulations to all of our new option raters. Great job stepping up and investing in yourself today. Those of you who didn't join us, I get it. Yep. Yeah, I see that, Beth. I see that. We'll get you covered. We'll get you covered by first thing in the morning at the latest. Those of you who didn't join us, that's totally cool too. Some people are newer to options, just not ready to do this, haven't gotten in the habit of investing in themselves, let alone an option trade, and it feels scary or whatever, and that's okay. One day you'll get over that and be, you know, have that assertive trader mentality. And if you don't now, that's totally cool. Brett said, I take it the PayPal deal is for US residents? I don't think so. I think it's for anybody, I think, right? I mean, if you're outside the US and you want to do it in PayPal, try it right now, and I'll hang on here. I was just going to jump off, but I'll hang on here until it goes through. Go ahead and try it. Okay. How long do I have access to the chat room? You will have access to the chat room as long as you have access to Options Rater. As long as you have access to Options Rater. So that $297 price for the chat room is for 3 months. If you renew after this first quarter, which you're going to, I'm sure. If you don't, that's okay. But you will keep access to the chat room. You tried but didn't see the six. There's not a 6-month option. It's per quarter. It's every 3 months. So Bobby said it was sent. I'll resend it. Beth, would you mind typing in here your email? And, you know, sometimes people goof up and their pinky hits the wrong button, and it could be that you accidentally typed the wrong email. Type in your email and I'll have Bobby double check it versus what you type in here. And type in your phone number too, so then we can text to get, oh, wait. Well, yeah, I've got the email that you typed in here. But I can't message you, so. What? That's not the email that I'm seeing here. Well, yeah. Here. I'm going to give Bobby the email you just typed here, and also the phone number in case we have to text you or something. And Bobby is on the case, which he always is. We all work tirelessly to get you. Yeah, a different email did populate. Here, I'll show you. I'm going to type it in and I want to say it. That's the email that is in PayPal here. The one I just replied back to you with, Beth. Just had somebody else just join us. Nice. You guys are doing great. Okay, any final questions? So Beth, you saw that email that I just typed back to you? We'll get you wrapped up. We've seen problems like this happen before. It could, and I wonder if that ended up being two different emails. Yeah, that's probably the confusion. Well, Bobby just resent the email to the other address that you typed in there, the Gmail one. Daniel, I joined MGM last week and signed up as options rater tonight, as a rater tonight. I'm having difficulty accessing the chat room. Slack says they don't have your email. Daniel, hey, would you mind typing your email in here right now? And I will let Kathleen know. Kathleen has to set you up manually. The intro email is there in AOL. We can figure it out. Good, Beth. Awesome. Great, 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 great. Yeah, I'll let Kathleen know. Great interest in all this. Yeah, we have to, yeah, we literally have to manually set up everybody for the chat room now. I kind of forgot about that. All right, folks, have a great rest of your day and enjoy your rating and trade smart, friends. Catch you next time. See ya. Bye.